Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. It is an incredible morning today. It's going to be about 65 degrees. Spring is in the air, and this is just nice. I'm out with friends. We've got a little weekend trip here, and just kind of getting away and spending time with friends and things. You know, you work hard. You want to make sure that you don't forget to take time to smell the roses. And tomorrow is going to be a great day. Tomorrow we got the autograph signing in Chantilly. Going to go see Dak, give him the shirt. I got a lot of names we got to put on the shirt and stuff today. But that's going to be great because I can't wait to see our quarterback and our players and things. So it's going to be fun. E2 Blue's going to be there. DMV Dallas Cowboys will be there. The stinking New York Giant fan, Michael Anthony Fitness. So we'll get the gang and everything together. So we'll actually have a ball tomorrow. So, and let me thank everybody for coming out on our live stream last night. I had my friend Richard on there, and Richard, he's a wealth of knowledge. He's a Steeler fan, and I know some of you Cowboy fans are like, what are you doing fraternizing with fans of other teams? And it's like, dudes, stop taking things so seriously. It's one of the great things about football is being able to talk trash, being able to brag about your team, and, you know, when your team loses, being with fans of your team and consoling each other and stuff, you know, thinking about next year, or we were so close, you know. Stop being so serious with some of you guys. But I don't know if you guys feel differently, but I really feel differently about our team and the way it is being run. I honestly believe, as I see what the team has been doing over the last few years as far as finding talent and the way they've been going about business, it's different. It's unfortunately, it's not necessarily player friendly what they've been doing. To ask a Sean Lee to take a pay cut is not one of those things that the NFLPA ever wants to see happen. But it's about trying to win. When you look at cutting Des Bryant, again, you know, that was one of those things that you want to see a guy like DeMarcus Lawrence, a guy like Des Bryant or Tony Romo retire as Cowboy players. But that does not fit in with winning. The bottom line is the bottom line when it comes to football. And that doesn't always mesh with doing the right thing for people who have given everything for your team. Think about this. Jerry Rice left San Francisco. Tony Dorsett left the Cowboys to play in Denver, and this is long before free agency. Emmitt Smith played in Arizona. So holding on to players for too long, it just doesn't work. Because unfortunately, as you get older, you don't necessarily get better, you just get older. You break down more. You take longer to recover. You slow down. You can't hit as well. These are all things that are part of the natural process of football and sports. Lord knows I've slowed down from where I used to be 30 years ago. But the Dallas Cowboys, I truly feel, have learned or are learning how to play the game. We got the draft in less than a month. And it doesn't necessarily matter where you draft. I always say the draft is a 50-50 crapshoot. And I don't care what they say about a guy or what they did in college. Sometimes it just does not translate to the pros. And that's why you see a guy who's got all of the measurables, the size, the arm, you know, the pedigree. They come out and can't bust a grape. And then you see a guy who nobody thought anything of that becomes a Hall of Famer. It is literally a crapshoot. So the way you win in the draft is have as many picks as possible, because you're going to miss on a lot. You will miss on a lot of picks. But the more picks you have, the more likelihood you're going to get some players. And you don't have to get 7 guys out of a draft. It'd be great if you could that are productive. But if you can get 3 or 4, then you're ahead of the curve. And that, my friends, is what the Cowboys have learned. Instead of signing a free agent, like, say, Brandon Carr, when we did for a 5-year, $55 million deal. And I'm not saying this against Brandon Carr or anything like that, because Brandon Carr played consistently. Brandon Carr never missed time. Brandon Carr did what he did in Kansas City. But Brandon Carr was being paid like a shutdown corner, a takeover machine. And the expectations were higher than what he had already had. But when you sign a guy like a Randall Cobb or a Robert Quinn to a 1-year deal, it is an absolutely, positively no-lose situation. They could come in and be a bust. And it won't hurt you because it's not a long-term deal. You're not having to put, dead money next year because the guy was a flop. And they didn't work in your system, that you need to get rid of them. It's no problem. You just don't re-sign them. And I know the naysayers will say, well, yeah, but what if the guy plays lights out, man? Then he's going to want even more money. Isn't it better to sign him to, a 2-3 year deal now so that way we got him locked up? No, it's not. Doc Walker always says, it's hard to be hungry when your refrigerator's full. If I know I got me a 3-year contract and I got guaranteed money, do I really lay out completely for that pass? Do I make sure that I run every route 100%? No. I'm the guy. I can take it easy for a play or two. But if you got a guy who's there, who's not getting paid a boatload of money, who sees the end of his career out there, but still wants to make that last big chunk of cash before it's all said and done, he's going to play hard because he wants to get that contract. He's not ready to be done. So you're going to get a full effort out of that guy. Oh, that breeze feels, oh my God. The sun hitting this rock. Oh, Nelly. Sun hitting the rock, the breeze. Woo, it's beautiful. And if he gives you that full effort and he plays fantastic, well, guess what? That guy leaves, and behind leaves a draft pick. So we gave up a 6th-round pick for Robert Quinn. If Robert Quinn comes in, and I know some people say he's a bum, he's washed up, he only had 6.5 sacks. I understand 6.5 sacks would have been second on our team last year, behind DeMarcus Lawrence. But if he plays well and leaves, you might get a 4th or 5th round draft pick in return. So you've invested a 6th round that may become, if he plays really, really well, a 3rd. And that, my friends, is how you win in free agency. That is how you do business. Because if I'm getting a guy and he's not costing me an arm and 3 legs and there's no long-term effect and it's just costing me a draft pick for next year, and if he does good, I can get a bigger draft pick back for him and he plays well for me in the system, I've won. And that's what New England has done forever, which is why they don't hem and haw about paying a guy a whole lot of money. They let him go. They get more draft picks. And they don't necessarily draft their first picks that well, but they are beasts in the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th round, finding guys later in the draft. Tom Brady. And by having all those extra picks, that's why they're successful at it. And that's one of the many changes that I see with the Dallas Cowboys. They're learning how to play the game. And we'll see if it ends up translating into wins. But I think it will. Yeah, spring is definitely here. They're down here setting up some of the docks. I'd love to come back out here in the summertime and go swimming in the lake. Yeah. Well, let me get back to the friends and the wife. But as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, man, this doesn't work. Look for us tomorrow at the autograph signing show. And don't forget, we're doing with Dak Prescott, Stand Up to Cancer. If you go to his charity, make a donation, let me know that you did, because we're going to get one of the shirts autographed tomorrow by Dak, and we're going to end up basically doing a drawing for that. So it's my way of trying to give back and try and help a good cause. And I believe we all should try and do that, because I believe in karma. Yeah. I need some more coffee. I'll see you guys soon.